morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone's having a great morning and a great trading session so far. There we go. All right, let's see. News on the session. We do have 9 a.m. light impact news and 9:20 a.m. light impact news. And I did. Shoots. Oh, wow. What an open. Just missed that divergence. This is what happens when you're a little late to the charts. Alrighty. So it does look like I missed this divergence right here. That would have been a nice, full, easy, quick win to start the session, but I missed it. To put this here. Good morning, Amelia. How are you this morning? Are you saying holy crap to that crazy open? Because that was a little crazy. Why am already up 200 points from 7 minutes ago? Okay, so it's moving crazy too. Just the opposite direction. That was a... What? That's 1K per contract? Wow. Finally getting some decent movement. I don't know why that does that. I just hope that it's not such an explosive open that then we are just consolidating and doing absolutely nothing for the rest of the session. It's not what I was looking for. Damn, that might take off. Yep. Zam, zam, zam. That was definitely valid. All right, nice divergence trade. Missed the sell here, but picked up the divergence. Same thing I've been doing all week that I've been trying to do. 223 is less than these two. So as long as this delta is efficient, which it was, and this one's inefficient, so green, blue, get into the trade. And what I'm also discovering is that the point of control on that trade can actually be neutral, which is weird because most of the time, thank you, because most of the time the neutral trades don't typically work out because I need to know who's in control. But it seems like so far with that particular divergence trade, it does work with it being neutral because it literally doesn't matter if it's a continuation or a trap. It works with that rule set. All right, I am having a little data lag spike, but that's just because of whatever that little spike was just now. We're having some pretty hard spikes down. So this would be the second move after a 1-bar pullback. I'm not sure if I have to wait or not. This is efficient. I'm just gonna wait it out. The volume looks good. 335 versus 1K and 446. But this would be the 1-2 second swing after a 1-bar pullback, which I don't know if that matters. It looks like this bar is probably going to close with negative delta or inefficient delta anyway, if it closes up. Maybe not this one, but I'll sit out of it just in case. All right, that would be a, oh no, there you go. So I think just the first pullback after, damn, that would have been a nice win again. You could see inside the bar, that would have been the win. The entry would have been there. It took right on off. All right, so let me write this real quick. So I wrote that because P2 just means, P in medical terms means after. So that just means like it's the second pullback after a 1-bar pullback. That's like my shorthand way of writing that. But that way when I'm journaling, I could just remember like, no, I just questioned whether I'm supposed to be in it because of that one specific reason. All right. Oh, I'm tripping. I should have put in that. I didn't even realize we came up higher. I thought we were still too close to the VWAP, which we were not anymore. It's cool. Oh, that's too efficient. But nope, I could have gotten in because we were at a level. Damn. Damn. It's like the third missed trade. Good morning, Don't Savor. How are you this morning? Good morning. Efficient. Damn, I had some pretty good trades today already. I should be up like five or six trades right now. That's not bad at all. Down 300, but still doing good, period. We don't let that bother us. You can make that back. I'm good though. A little tired, but I'm good. Kind of excited about the potential ability to trade divergence with like the most simple rule ever. And the crazy thing is, now that I'm thinking about it, one of the reasons why I've been going back and forth between the bid ask setting and the up down tick setting is basically because of divergence. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's because of divergence though. And now realizing that I was just missing a key piece that I already was using for so long, but I got rid of just randomly in September. I'm like, you just made this so much hard on yourself for nothing. But it's all good. It's all good. Let's see. If pushing new low should not be a problem. All right, well, that doesn't matter because that was negative delta. But I do have to, now that the divergence is like making such a big impact with looking at the volume of the swings pre-entry, now I'm just like, dang, I'm pretty sure the rest of my setups are the same way. It's probably something where I can completely simplify it if like when the volume of the swings look a certain way, I just can't trade it kind of thing. But we'll see. It's going to take time because I really don't think I want to go through all the data that I have to try to figure it out. That's a lot. And I just don't know if I have the mental capacity to do that. I don't. Maybe, I don't know. You use divergence with RSI. That makes sense. A lot of people do. I used to do that a while back. Long time ago. Now I've simplified it quite a bit to where the only thing I need to do is look at the volume of the swings, and I just need an efficient delta on order flow and just get in the trade. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's news, right? Yeah, there's news coming up. So let me see something. If my trade evade would load. What the hell are you doing? Alright, well, I'll just have to find the trade. Alright, I'll show you how simple divergence is for me now. Oh, there's the trade right here. Alright, so this is all I'm doing now. And it's been working. Alright, so this is the buy that I'm looking to get into right here, right? So, oh, now it was full up. All right, so all I do is I look at so I'm looking to get into a buy. So I want to look at the strength of the push from the last buy swing. So the last buy swing had 223 volume. So I look at that and I compare it to the last two swings. So that's basically trying to see like how exhausted are the buyers, right? So there's 223 buy volume, which is less volume than the last push up, and it's also less volume than the last push down. So that shows how exhausted the buyers were on this push. So that means that when we swing down from that if the buyers can then be efficient in this push up, because I'm looking at it like this, I'm looking to get into the buy once we have a reversal bar up. If the buyers can be efficient here, which they were, which is why the delta's green, and then I need the bottom one to be blue, then we can get a nice swing up. And so basically, I could show other examples. Where's the other one I missed? I wrote it somewhere. That doesn't. Okay, so here's another one. So I only set out of this one because there's a 1 bar pullback here, so it's like the second swing after, but same rules apply. 335 volume versus 1K and 446. So now all I would need is for the delta here to be efficient, which it was. We got green, blue, get into the buy. And that one was a 106 tick move from the close of that bar. And then here's also one that I missed, where same thing, 654 is the lowest of those two. Then we're buying off a support and resistance level. Now, as you can see, both deltas were efficient on this one, but the reason why it's okay that both are efficient instead of just the top number is because we were pushing off of a resistance level, the sell rotation level, the pink level right there. And so it's okay for both of them to be efficient on that particular trade. And that's literally all I've been doing, and I've been loving it. It's so simple, so easy to trade. And yeah, I'm gonna stick with that because it's so easy. This one actually was another one. Why did I thought it was 8:58 already. This happened 5 seconds before I would stop trading for 9 a.m. news. But 572 versus 1.2 versus 1.1. And the delta ended up being, I stopped looking at the charts. I thought it was 8:58, but delta efficient, delta not efficient. And it's a nice little 40 tick move. I'm only looking for 23 ticks. And it just sets up like this all day. That's a lot of data. Yeah. Good morning, Trenches. How are you this morning? Yes, super simple. So what I'm actually trying to do is if I can get the rest of my setups, like the pullbacks and stuff like that, to be as simplified as that, oh my goodness, I would be in heaven. Now, there are 4 different combinations of how the volume of swings can be. That one shows that, hey, the way that you're going, so if you're getting into a buy, it's showing the buyers are exhausted. So if they can push with efficiency in that particular reversal bar, it works. But there are 3 other like swing volumes that can happen. And so I just have to go through and organize what little bit of data I have now that I'm back to measuring the volume of swings and stuff like that, to see if one of the other 3 combination or one of the other 3 volume patterns work. But it's just so simple. Even if it's just that one that works, that is absolutely fine. That literally, I could probably just trade that pattern, that divergence pattern, and not trade anything else, and still have at least probably 4 to 6 setups in an hour. I would be okay with that. I've always told people the only thing I care about is being plus 1 trade. Plus 2 trade, meaning if I take, let's say 6 trades, win 4, lose 2. Like that's all I care about. If I can do that, I'm good. So hopefully, I could figure out other patterns that work really well like that. That's the goal. That is the goal. And then I'm also hoping that I will at least be able to not have to like break even when we're about to hit at least levels like with whatever trend direction I'm going. So like here, I would have gotten into the buy here, but there's a there's a VWAP right here. So I didn't know if we would be able to push through it. My stop loss would have been about here. So if I would have gotten into this and stayed in the trade and allowed it to try to push through, since it's support and we're buying, then I could have gotten into that trade. But we were just too close to the level. I'm still trying to work out those little kinks or whatever. But that would have been a nice trade to be able to get into. Good morning, Janelle. How are you this morning? Good morning, good morning. A little red here, but should get green if we bounce here. Gotcha. So yeah. And then I'm also wondering if I even have to, for this divergence trade, it's looking like I don't have to break even. So like here, this is the pattern that I've been showing you guys. Delta's efficient, but I didn't get into it because we're selling and this is a support VWAP level, but you see we literally pushed right through it. So I'm hoping that I will be able to do that, but we'll see. Until I have I'm pretty confident in it, I'll just kind of sit out of trades like that if the close of the bar is like too close to some kind of level. But I think the volume of the swing thing will help me with like certain setups. Certain setups have like decent clusters of wins and not a lot of losses. But I think some of the losses come from what the swing pattern looks like. At least that's what it's looking like. And the last time my analysis sheet for my data, the last time I was looking at the volume of swings, I was not trading with the delta, like the internals of order flow at all. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to go back and look and like, oh yeah, I just missed this. Like I wasn't paying attention. No. If I was, I would have been trading it. Absolutely would have been. Probability is your best friend. Absolutely. Value area low. Two. Stop that and watch. It's about to run. Oh, there's the run. The volume spike on top of it. The setups in those few trades is what you yeah, absolutely. And see, for me, my goal is just to been number one, to put in enough chart time to be able to notice certain patterns, but also to learn what tools I can use to spot those specific patterns. But it's just been kind of a build-up over time. First, I had to learn volume and the significance. It's just like some people see when there's a huge volume spike, like let's say, all right, this bar here is 431 volume. Let's say that this one ends up being, I don't know, 600. some people will be like, oh, that's a lot of volume. That should automatically like guarantee that the market's going to move because it shows so much effort. Well, depending on how you trade, high volume actually can mean the opposite. High volume can actually end up meaning exhaustion, market exhaustion, because especially like if we're in an uptrend, if the move is a smooth move, you should actually need less volume to reverse the market than more volume. The more volume it takes in an uptrend and I'm buying, the more effort the buyers are having to put in to beat out the sellers, which can cause absorption and exhaustion, or show absorption and exhaustion. But had I not put in so much chart time and had I not analyzed so many thousands of trades, I wouldn't know that. So I love the process of learning. I'm a natural learner. I love learning about things, but the market can really piss you off in the process of learning. It definitely can. Let's see, that's so I only want to look for it's like this. I think is the pattern that doesn't work well for the point of control being in the wick. Long term, it doesn't work well. There'll be some wins here and there, but a lot of times it ends up in a loss. Or if it's not a perfect setup, I'm gonna just look for something. Yeah. That might run off on me. Now this was efficient on both, but we touched a level, so that should work. That was a perfect little double top. So literally, I'm just loving divergence, honestly. Fuck a pullback. But no, 821 versus 2.5 and 1.3. We got a double top. Delta is efficient on both. However, we're pushing, this is a sell off of yesterday's close. So that's why the burst of efficiency is okay. Most of the time in my setups, I do not want the delta percentage, that bottom number, to be efficient. I don't. The reason why is because it's another version of showing market exhaustion. It's basically, and it's because I'm using Renko bars, like, you know, the delta and everything is showing what the 40 tick reversal efficiency is. And so when both the delta and the delta percentage are efficient in a reversal bar, it's usually like that last effort push by whichever side. So in that case, it would be the buyers because it was a bullish reversal bar. So that was a bearish reversal bar in the trade that I took. But because we were pushing off of a level, it didn't matter. But hold on, I want to look at something real quick. All right, yes, what I thought. More research than technical analysis. That just looks good. Exactly. Good morning, Pred. How are you this morning? Good morning. Good morning. Hold on, I can't see the bottom of that swing. Okay. Yeah, and technical analysis is good. I just think that the more chart time that you put into something and the more effort you put into learning why the market paints what it paints, the better off you are. Damn, I missed that one. That would have been a break even anyway. It's a break even. I'm probably only going to take divergence trades for the rest of the session, honestly. I might take a couple of pullbacks, but we'll see. I'll probably take this specific type of pullback actually, and that's probably it. Let's see. All right, I think I want to do that. Try to use AI to trade yet? Actually, I use ChatGPT. I have used ChatGPT quite often in this process. That's like when I was telling you guys about like the divergence and what patterns I'm looking for in the volume or whatever in order to tell me if it's a good idea to trade or not. I got that from ChatGPT. Actually, I'll show you. I basically was asking it to explain. Let me see, where is it? So I'll show you exactly. I told him about the volume of the swings and stuff. And here we go. Here we go. Let's see. All right, so you can see here, interpreting swing volume relationships and divergence. So this is how I label the swings of volume. So this one in particular is the one I was talking about. So the second swing up has less volume than the first swing up and less than the swing down, which is clear buyer exhaustion. So if you look at the trading implication, it says textbook bullish divergence. Buyers are weaker, sellers are overextended. So there's a high probability of a long at the bullish reversal bar, which I measure as C. And so same thing there. So then down here in the generalized interpretation chart, it shows that that particular volume pattern shows momentum is fading and the opposite side is stronger. So that's technically divergence / exhaustion, and it's a reversal setup. So I definitely have no issue with using ChatGPT to ask it certain questions. Sometimes it gets things right, sometimes it doesn't. Like ChatGPT told me that on a reversal bar, it should look, it should kind of look like this, where both delta efficiencies are showing that delta's efficient. Well, when I told it, from my experience, when both of them are efficient, there's very little follow through on the trade. And I've basically trained it to know exactly how I'm trading, the basics of I'm looking for a reversal bar. I'm on 20 tick Renko bar. So a reversal means that it's a 40 tick reversal in the market and I'm entering at the close. So me knowing how strong the reversal is and having that as to determine the probability of the market continuing in that same direction after a reversal bar, I've talked to it enough for it to understand how I'm trading. And so when I told it hey, when both are efficient, the market doesn't move much after that reversal bar, it was basically explaining, let me see if I could find it. Since I have to stop for news anyway, there's 9:20 news. Make sure this is in the middle. Let's see if I could find. Oh, you know what? I don't have to do that. I remember I wrote it down. I'm pretty sure I wrote it down somewhere. Pretty sure it was this weekend. Oh, here it goes. So it basically says when both deltas are efficient, it's often an exhaustion point, not a continuation. It says you're seeing the final burst of buyer or seller aggression at the top of that Renko move, which is the reversal bar. And it says by the time that high delta prints, buyers have already spent their energy and there's no one left to continue to push price. So it says that when the top delta number is efficient, but the bottom delta number is inefficient, there's a strong localized buying push at the price level on a bullish reversal bar, but it wasn't broad-based. So the overall bar wasn't dominated by buyers. So that combination signals absorption. And so it shows a localized spike of aggressive buying or selling. And if it's aggressive buying, it's meant by strong passive sellers. So the total buy volume isn't dominant, but delta at that price level appears extreme because the buyers were concentrated and absorbed. And that's a classic smart money distribution where the strong delta spike marks where aggressive retail buyers are trapped into the top of that move while large passive sellers fill them. So I use ChatGPT quite often just to be able to understand the mechanics of the market. Like I can see what I can see, but I'm the type of person where the only way I can truly feel like I understand is by knowing the why. If that makes sense. And so whenever I'm not understanding, like, how come when this shows up, this typically happens, like this trade typically loses whenever I see it pop up on the chart. Why is that? I will go to ChatGPT and give it the entire specifics because every trade that I take has certain components. I have to know what the volume of the swings are. I have to know what the volume of my reversal bar is compared to the highest volume bar in the swing, because that tells me in the swing leading up to the reversal bar, because that tells me how much effort is being put in to reverse the market right there. And then I look at delta, the delta of my reversal bar. And so if I don't understand why a certain pattern continues to paint losses or even continues to paint wins, I will ask ChatGPT real quick. real quick. Because I feel like I retain information better if I understand the why. For sure. All right, let's see. That was a nice push. Delta was positive though. I was looking for it to actually flip and it didn't. All right, I'm clear to trade again. I'm clear to trade. Let's see. But yeah, I'm hoping that by Monday, hopefully, I have quite a bit I need to do this week, but hopefully by Monday, I can have my new analysis sheet started where I'm including the volume of the swings, which I'll probably just have it to where they're separated by the 4 swing volumes. And hopefully I can see the patterns really quickly. Oh, 223. So I can see which swing patterns work best with which volume and order flow patterns. So hopefully I have the time to do that. I know I won't have much time. Actually, no, I'm gonna have to start it this week now that I think about it, because I actually have a full weekend. Damn it. 143. I should be able to. I'll probably start it today, honestly. Probably. That's a sell right there. I don't really like, this is something I have to look into, so it went through. When I'm getting into a sell with divergence, I like for the zigzag to actually be opposite. So I like for it to be green, typically. So I have to look with this new way of how I'm doing it. I have to see if it still works when the zigzag is already the color of the direction I'm going, which it might still work now because of how I'm doing it with the volume of the swings, but I don't know. So that's the only reason I didn't just go ahead and get into this, because I'm getting into a sell, but the zigzag is already red. Most of the time I don't like that, but we'll see, because it might not matter now. I don't know. And the only reason I don't like that is because, again, if it's divergence, well, if I'm getting into a sell, the buyer should be in control to show that the sellers are already exhausted, and now they give you the push that you need in that particular bar. I almost missed this divergence here. Oh my goodness. Almost missed it, mainly because the bar closed on the point of control. So I was like, I don't know. But you can see 253 versus 449 and 761. So that's the divergence pattern. And then the delta is efficient here and efficient there. The sellers were in control of the point of control down there. So it was basically an attempt to trap them. And I got the TP. Nice little double bottom. Hold on one second. I'm gonna go get some water. I ran out already. Hold on. Cause she didn't tell me the oh, you know what? I don't know if you don't have it on. I'm gonna look on the sheet when I get it. Okay. If you want to lay down, you can, and when I go get it, I'll just bring it to you. All right, sorry y'all. I had to check on my grandma. Around with back testing strategies I found on YouTube with a code on TradingView. Uh-oh. There's so many strategies out here. You could find one that you really like. Oh, thank you, Amelia. If you could find one that you really, really like, man, you'd be in there. Did I miss this? I did. Messing with my granny. I missed this sale right here. Let me write on here. Check in on grandma. Literally perfect. 182, 677, 282. Both deltas are efficient, which is fine because we're pushing off of a level, and boom, we are now down 76 ticks from the close of that bar. So simple. That's probably legit. So I've taken 3 of them. Let me see. Miss one. Was that divergence? No. Miss one. I wrote when I missed some of them, but not all of them. 2, 3. That was a pullback. 4. So I've missed 4 and I took 3. So that's 7 setups. That's why I said, hell, y'all might not see me take another goddamn on pullback. You hear me? Because for what? That's 7 trades and they all won. I think my wins are $105 maybe. That's $735 per account. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to make that really big. $735 per account. Super simple setup. I mean, as simple as it can get. And see, that's one of the reasons why I've kept my head down, not allowed myself to not get super frustrated, knowing that I'm trying to put something together from scratch that has never been done before, the way that I'm doing it. Because if I can get enough setups in a day, then if I miss trades like I have today, I've missed so many setups. Just 4 divergence trades alone, plus a pullback. Missing trades, it's like, it's cool because I still made $300 per account. You know what I mean? I don't want to trade in a way where if I get distracted, if I have to do something, like I had to go check on my grandma. She ain't feeling too hot, you know, but it's okay because I still made $300 per account. How can I be upset, you know? There will always be another trade. Exactly. 150. I hate when the zigzag detaches itself. 121 to 42 to 46. Now why does move this right here? And it keeps detaching itself too. $184. I might honestly have to call it here because I kind of want to go get her medicine so she can feel some kind of relief. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it here. I want my granny to be relieved of her symptoms. She's not feeling too hot. So I'm going to end it here. Let me show you guys the account so I can go pick up her stuff. I don't like seeing my granny suffer, so trading will be here tomorrow. All right, let me show you guys the accounts. We are here. All right, so pretty much $315 per account. And we're continuing to push. this is the highest the accounts have been. So going into tomorrow with full drawdown. So I'm now $700 in profit on the Tradeify account and $530 on the TPT account. Honestly, you guys, I think I was plus two something, maybe like 210 or something per account on Monday. I didn't end up being able to get into any trades yesterday. I had a very short session. And then today was a really good session. If things continue going the way that they are, what I'll probably end up doing is start trading one of the two Apex PAs that I have left, and also buying, well, depending on the sale, buying an Apex eval so that, you know, if anything happens with the account, I'm already working on a backup account or whatever, and just kind of going from there. See you, Pred. So yeah, that's it for me. I have no qualms about today. I'm actually very excited. What I'm most excited about is divergence, because honestly, you guys, divergence was always my favorite type of trading setup, which sounds so crazy because you're not always going against the trend, because I take divergence with and against the trend, but it's just always been my favorite. So to see that I can have a super simplified strategy trading this way is like really exciting for me. And I'm more excited to see that there's a possibility that I can narrow something down for my pullbacks as well based on the volume of the swings. So I'm going to be working on that starting today. And hopefully I have all of that done going into Monday, but we'll see. But I thank you guys for tuning in. Heck yeah, Amelia. She's happy. But I thank you guys for tuning in. Please like this stream on your way out. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe, and I'll see you guys Monday. Bye.